From the very beginning, the world existed in a fragile balance between ordinary human life and terrifying supernatural forces that most people could never see. Every negative emotion born from fear, hatred, jealousy, regret, and despair slowly gathered together, creating terrifying beings known as curses. These invisible monsters preyed upon humanity, causing mysterious deaths and unexplained disasters across cities and villages. While normal people remained unaware of the true cause behind these tragedies, a secret society of jujutsu sorcerers dedicated their lives to protecting innocent people. Among the countless dangerous curses that haunted the world, none was more feared than Ryomen Sukuna, the legendary king of curses, whose overwhelming power had once brought devastation wherever he appeared. Although Sukuna had been defeated centuries earlier, his immense strength remained sealed within 20 indestructible fingers scattered across Japan. Each finger radiated enormous cursed energy, attracting other curses that desperately sought greater power. Meanwhile, in the modern era, a remarkably athletic high school student named Yuji Itadori lived an ordinary life while caring for his beloved grandfather in the hospital. Despite possessing physical abilities far beyond those of any normal teenager, Yuji preferred helping others instead of pursuing fame through sports. His grandfather, knowing his life was nearing its end, shared one final piece of advice that would forever shape Yuji's future. He told his grandson to always help people whenever possible and to ensure that he never died alone. Those heartfelt words became deeply engraved within Yuji's heart. Shortly after his grandfather peacefully passed away, Yuji found himself drawn into an unimaginable crisis involving a mysterious cursed object hidden inside his school. Members of the occult club unknowingly broke the protective seal surrounding one of Sukuna's fingers, releasing an overwhelming wave of cursed energy that attracted terrifying monsters. As vicious curses invaded the school building and threatened his friends, Yuji rushed inside without hesitation, refusing to abandon anyone despite having no knowledge of the supernatural world. During the desperate struggle, Yuji encountered Megumi Fushiguro, a young jujutsu sorcerer searching for Sukuna's finger before it could cause disaster. Although Megumi fought bravely, using powerful shikigami summoned through ancient techniques, the growing number of curses quickly overwhelmed him. Realizing there was no time left and believing his friends would certainly die, Yuji made a reckless decision that shocked everyone present. Without fully understanding the consequences, he swallowed Sukuna's cursed finger, instantly becoming the vessel of the most dangerous curse in history. An unimaginable surge of cursed energy exploded throughout the school as Sukuna briefly awakened within Yuji's body. For a terrifying moment, the ancient king of curses laughed with cruel delight after finally returning to the world. However, something completely unexpected happened. Instead of permanently losing control, Yuji forced Sukuna back into submission and regained ownership of his own body, accomplishing a feat that every experienced sorcerer believed impossible. That miraculous act marked the beginning of Yuji Itadori's extraordinary journey into the deadly world of jujutsu sorcery, where impossible battles, heartbreaking sacrifices, powerful friendships, and terrifying enemies would forever change his destiny. After witnessing the impossible, Megumi Fushiguro immediately realized that Yuji Itadori was unlike any vessel ever recorded in jujutsu history. Normally, anyone who consumed one of Sukuna's fingers would instantly lose their body and soul to the king of curses, but Yuji had somehow suppressed the ancient monster through sheer determination. Even so, the danger remained enormous because Sukuna could seize control whenever an opportunity appeared. Soon after the battle, the strongest jujutsu sorcerer alive, Satoru Gojo, arrived at the scene. Calm, confident, and endlessly playful, Gojo quickly assessed Yuji's condition before making an unexpected proposal. Instead of executing Yuji immediately, as the higher authorities demanded, Gojo suggested allowing him to live long enough to consume all 20 of Sukuna's fingers. Once every finger had been gathered inside a single vessel, Yuji could be executed permanently, erasing Sukuna from existence forever. Understanding the terrible responsibility placed upon him, Yuji accepted the painful fate without hesitation because he wanted to save countless innocent lives from future suffering. With that decision made, Gojo took Yuji to Tokyo Jujutsu High, a hidden institution where young sorcerers trained to battle curses and protect humanity. There, Yuji officially entered a world filled with deadly missions, ancient traditions, and relentless danger. Before beginning his education, Gojo explained the fundamentals of cursed energy, revealing that every negative emotion generated by humans created supernatural power. Sorcerers learned to control this energy through discipline and training, while curses naturally embodied hatred and fear. Although Yuji possessed tremendous physical strength, he lacked the refined control needed to survive against experienced opponents. Gojo therefore began teaching him the basics, while also introducing him to two fellow first-year students, Megumi Fushiguro and Nobara Kugisaki. Megumi remained calm, intelligent, and serious, always analyzing situations before acting, while Nobara displayed fierce confidence, sharp determination, and an unshakable sense of pride. Despite their completely different personalities, the three students gradually formed an effective team. Their first mission together involved investigating a cursed building where abandoned children had disappeared under mysterious circumstances. As they entered the dangerous location, they encountered terrifying curses lurking within dark corridors filled with overwhelming cursed energy. Gojo intentionally observed from a distance, allowing his students to experience genuine combat and develop trust in one another. During the mission, Yuji relied mainly on his incredible athletic ability, while Nobara demonstrated precise techniques, using enchanted nails and a straw doll, and Megumi skillfully commanded his summoned Shikigami to restrain enemies. Although the battle tested their courage, the teamwork they displayed proved they possessed the potential to become outstanding sorcerers. Following the successful mission, Yuji slowly adapted to life at Jujutsu High, balancing difficult training sessions with dangerous assignments. Yet beneath every lesson lingered the terrifying truth that Sukuna still lived inside him, constantly waiting for the perfect opportunity to reclaim freedom. Every new finger Yuji consumed strengthened both himself and the ancient curse, bringing humanity one step closer either to ultimate salvation or unimaginable destruction. As stronger enemies emerged from the shadows and secret forces began moving across the country, Yuji realized his journey had only just begun and the greatest battles of his life were still waiting ahead. As Yuji Itadori settled into life at Tokyo Jujutsu High, his training became increasingly demanding because the threats facing jujutsu sorcerers were far greater than he had imagined. Satoru Gojo believed that simply learning techniques was not enough to survive against powerful curses, so he focused on helping Yuji master the control of cursed energy while remaining calm under pressure. One of Gojo's unusual training methods involved making Yuji watch movies while controlling cursed energy continuously. If his emotions became unstable, the cursed energy flowing through his body would weaken, causing the training doll beside him to strike without warning. Through patience, discipline, and countless hours of practice, Yuji gradually learned how to maintain a steady flow of energy regardless of fear, excitement, or anger. Meanwhile, Megumi Fushiguro continued refining his inherited Ten Shadows technique, summoning powerful Shikigami that could attack, defend, and track enemies in battle. Nobara Kugisaki also strengthened her straw doll technique, mastering precise attacks that allowed her to damage opponents from unexpected angles. Although each student possessed completely different fighting styles, they slowly developed mutual respect and trust through shared experiences. Before long, their next major assignment arrived when they were sent to investigate a detention center where an extremely dangerous special grade curse had appeared. The mission was expected to be manageable, but everything changed the moment the students entered the building. Inside, the curse had created its own domain-like environment, twisting reality into a horrifying maze filled with overwhelming cursed energy. The creature's strength far exceeded the level the young sorcerers had been prepared to face. Realizing that survival had become more important than completing the mission, Megumi ordered everyone to retreat. However, Yuji refused to abandon innocent people trapped inside the building. His determination reflected the promise he had made to his grandfather, always choosing to protect others even at the cost of his own life. During the desperate battle, Yuji launched powerful attacks, but the special grade curse effortlessly overwhelmed him with terrifying speed and brutal strength. As the situation became hopeless, Sukuna sensed an opportunity to regain control. Knowing that Yuji could not defeat the enemy alone, he temporarily exchanged places with his unwilling host. The King of Curses immediately displayed the overwhelming power that had made him a legendary nightmare centuries earlier. With effortless confidence, Sukuna completely dominated the special grade curse, defeating it in moments without showing the slightest concern. However, instead of returning Yuji's body immediately, Sukuna revealed his true cruelty. He tore out Yuji's own heart, ensuring that if Yuji regained control, he would die instantly. Sukuna believed this would force Yuji into accepting impossible conditions for survival. Surprisingly, Yuji chose death rather than surrendering innocent lives to the King of Curses. Even after regaining control, he continued fighting for others until his body finally collapsed. His apparent death devastated Megumi and Nobara, while Gojo quietly recognized the extraordinary courage hidden within his student. Although Yuji's sacrifice seemed final, his journey was far from over. Deep within the mysterious inner domain shared with Sukuna, an unexpected conversation would determine whether the young sorcerer could return to the living world and continue the dangerous path that destiny had prepared for him.